Hello, this is Bilal Siddiqui and you're watching Khuaab Library Project. This is the chapter analysis of a bonus chapter from 10 minutes and 38 seconds called Nalan's story. So in the previous chapter we were introduced to this new character named Nalan, and she is, or I'm not sure what to say, but she is the friend of Layla, which she is going to talk about in the couple more chapters following this, even because she has mentioned, I think, around 4 of her friends, and this is one of those friends. So Nalan is actually, when he first met Layla, he was a he, but then he later turned out to be a she, so he had just like a gender changing surgery or something like that. But in this particular chapter it talks about Nalan's journey from being who he was to become what he was now in the current scenario of the chapter. So it is told that he actually belonged to a very rich family, surprisingly, and he had a lot of many different, you can say, siblings all around the house. So he was spending a good life, but always when he would dream of himself, if anything, he would always want to become a female, and that's the nature of someone who is a transgender. Many people think, and this is a misconception in many people's mind, that those who become transgender are out of their choice rather than by the decree of God. But it is true, in fact, that transgenders do not choose the life they have to live with. They are born in that way. So I'm talking about those who are medically transgender, right? Who are biologically transgender. Just to clarify another point, that transgenders are basically those whose mind and body do not match on the same gender. So there can be a person whose mind thinks that they are female, but their body is of a male, which is exactly what happens with Usman, who is the real name of Nalan. So Usman grows up in this family and has a very healthy childhood. Then he then goes on to the military service, and he is good with classes and all of that. So I was like really amused by all of this, because it was really good adaptation and really good writing about this character, and I really like this character so far. But all the things changed when you know what happens, and he just runs off. And it's sad to see people who are not accepted by who they are. I'm not even sure at this point that whether he shared his story with anyone or not, or whether he actually told anyone about this, because many people think that when you are rich and affluent, things are more acceptive and people are more easily acceptive of your behavior. But that's not the case, and you can see this in Nalan's story, that he's always like, I was always shy to tell about my feelings, to share about my things that I had inside. And maybe if he had shared it with someone and someone would have actually done something about it, maybe he would not have turned out to be where he was. But even in our culture, things are not as easy as it sounds, and people are not accepting of such behavior. So that's the main crux of this chapter. I would say that when you're not accepting of people's behavior, when you don't know the people around you, things like these happen. And when they struck you at the very brink of it, they hit hard, and they hit very, very bad. So if you have someone around you who wants to talk to you, talk to them. If you have someone who finds things annoying or who doesn't just fit in the place, you need to talk them around it, rather than just think that they are crazy. So that's going to be it for this chapter. Looking forward for your reviews. Be sure to give your comments down in the comment section below, and see you in the next video. Thank you.